Hey guys, Ebony here, snarky black girl or baby. Of course, this is Ebony living my best life unapologetically happy. My channel is of course dedicated to guiding those in search of meaning, truth, and light. I'm at my hiking trail right now and I'm about to go for a quick hike, but I wanted to do a reading for you guys before I jumped out and got into it. So I was just getting ready right now and I was going to use my Archangel Power Tarot deck, which I probably still will use, but I also have some cards that kind of like flew out of my Psychology of the Tarot deck, and I'm going to use that one primarily. So let's just see what energy is coming in for you guys. Let me throw on a quick meditation sound if you guys want to listen to some meditation music. I have some good meditation music already queued up, but I just want to shuffle real quick and see what comes out as far as like the message is concerned, because a lot of these meditation songs are kind of like, oh yeah, some dream. So you guys, I feel like with the dream here, I feel like you guys need to maybe renegotiate your dreams in some kind of way. I'm getting like a renegotiation of your dreams, because it's not that your dream is not going to work out the way that you want it to work out. It's just a matter of like, well, why do you want your dream to be this way? Like, why do you want your life to go this way? Ask yourself what you're wanting to achieve out of this particular traction or this course of action. Like if you have been like really struggling or wanting to become famous, or let's say you've been wanting to get a promotion at work, or you've been really struggling to make this one thing take off, I'm being told to ask you guys, well, why do you want it to take off in that kind of way? Because there's more than one way to skin a cat. Like there's more than one way to achieve the life that you want. Now if the life that you want is one of acclaim or of whatever, it's almost like, well, you know, anybody can be infamous. Like Jesse James is infamous, but he was a thief. Or like to be honest, I'm getting like a serial killer, so I can't lie about that. Like I am getting like that kind of imagery. I'm not gonna go into that because that's a little bit morbid. I don't know why that's coming out, but these people were infamous. So why do you want to be infamous when you can just be Insta famous, or you can just be Phoenix famous, or Arizona famous, or wherever you're living at famous, or you could just be not even popular. Maybe you could just be successful. Like why look for like this idea of fame when you can actually just be successful in your own right? So that's what I'm getting as far as that's concerned, because I don't know why I get the sense that a lot of you guys are, maybe it feels like grasping at some different things here. Like I'm getting a card that says you don't compete where you don't compare. My handwriting is terrible, I know that, y'all. But this is not to say that you guys are not good at what you do, but I feel like in whatever this, like it's almost like, okay, so you don't compete where you don't compare. A lot of those people that are out there trying to achieve this certain level of whatever this is, they're doing things that you'd never do. So that's like the idea, I guess, where this imagery is coming in about like Ted Bundy, or the energy is coming in about like Jesse James, and people that are kind of sacrificing their integrity for this idea of fame or acclaim. So you may be a light worker, maybe you're just a higher vibrational person, so you're not going to compete in that particular arena because you don't compare to that. That's not who you are as a person. So, you know, don't be sad that you have integrity. Don't be sad that you can't like stoop to this particular level. I feel like this has to do with corporate jobs too. Like some of you guys are maybe even like wanting to like really make some kind of like movement or traction in a corporate job, but you got to look at the bones of the corporation, or you got to look at the internal soul of the organization, if you will. Like, okay, well maybe you work for like a top Fortune 500 company, but maybe it's been one of those things where it's just rocky, or maybe your supervisors haven't really given you the satisfaction or the promotion that you truly deserve. And it's not because you're not doing anything right, but it is not because you're not good enough. It's probably because you're a little bit too good. Maybe you're too excellent. Maybe you need to go and venture out into your own endeavor, and maybe your own endeavor is not going to take off right away. Maybe it's going to take you 5 years, maybe it's going to take you 10 years, but it's still worth the struggle to achieve that particular progress. If you even think about, like, let's just say you might want to be an actress. Like your favorite actress probably didn't hit off and like make it big in her first movie. She probably had like, I don't know, 10 years worth of movies under her belt, or 5 years worth of movies under her belt, or just whatever it is. I also get the sense that some of you guys need some additional education or training in order to really like pivot into this idea of where you want to be anyway. And again, even if it's something to do with like entertainment, like find out how to be more well-versed in entertainment, or entertainment law is what I hear actually. So be more well-versed in entertainment law. Y'all know I don't like when y'all look at my eyes now when I'm doing this. I said like y'all can really hear me, like we're talking back to one another. But let me put my other shades, because these is red, my lips are red. But anyways, let me put on my shades so I can actually channel like I want to. Anyways, but I do see like here though, like love always, like you, even though you'll always like love this, because I feel like a lot of you guys will always love this It's twofold, but I'll go into the career aspect of it, because a lot of you guys are always going to love this idea of this career that you guys were always wanting to get into. But just because you'll always love it doesn't mean it's for you. It doesn't mean that it's meant to be taken advantage of in this type of way, or it doesn't mean that it's meant for you at this point in time. You know, just because it's not now doesn't mean it's not ever. Like, you know, baby steps are still steps. Like, progress is progress, regardless if you feel like you're just moving like an inch ahead. Like, it's still movement. So don't be so upset about like not having this right away, this immediate amount of acclaim, because regardless of that, like, this card says acclaim, like, you guys are going to get that anyway. This is card number 17, and 17 is akin to the star card. If you guys are familiar with the regular tarot card, it is about the star card. The star card is about acclaim, it is about fame, but most importantly, it's about like healing and a light at the end of the tunnel. So you guys are meant to like reach that light at the end of the tunnel before you guys like really jump into this idea of acclaim. But the card says you will be somebody, you will get public recognition, you will find joy in reaching a public status that will be admired. Now just work on yourself, so when you reach that acclaim, your karma will bless you instead of cursing you. So, but that's real though. Like, don't let your blessings become a lesson because you're over here trying so hard to get there. Like, you know, don't jeopardize your internal soul, your integrity, just for the almighty dollar. Because at the end of the day, the love of money is the root of all evil, and in the root of all evil, obviously evil is akin to, of course, like low vibrational energy. So don't jeopardize your vibration by doing things that are going to jeopardize your vibration. Like, you get it. Anyways, but move on from whatever this idea was of how you wanted to get to where you want to go, because it's not necessarily going to be your ticket out, if that makes sense. Like, move away from that part of it. Like, for instance, one of the things that I really love to do, and you guys know that already because I always say it, well, Ebony, Snarky Black Girl, or Baby. Baby's my rap name because I love to rap, I love to write, and I love to do music. But I know already that with the music industry, that is not necessarily always going to be what you want it to be. It's not always the way. Like, you have to jeopardize a huge idea or a huge aspect of yourself to get there the quick way, or to get there the short way, basically. Whereas if I were to just do and put out my own projects or whatever, I don't have to sacrifice my creative identity. I don't have to sacrifice and conform to a certain status quo. I can do what I want to do. You know, I don't have to worry about whether or not somebody's going to buy it, because I don't care if you buy it or not. It's because I've done it the way I wanted to do it. And I feel like, okay, so that's the thing that you guys might be feeling right now. Like, even if it's not, like, let's just say it's not rapping. Like, me personally, not to even use me as an example anymore, but just to say, like, if you're in this, like, a career, you're working a job, maybe you're not wanting to sacrifice yourself and be a supervisor and be bored, or just whatever it is. Maybe you don't want to be managing other people. Maybe you just want to work a job, get paid, and just live your own life and love your own life. So think of it in those terms. Like, don't think of it in terms of, like, you have to make it work this certain type of way or the traditional way of doing things. You can find multiple different avenues or ways to make it work for you. But release that guilt around, okay, well, I'm not living my truth, I'm not doing what I want to do. And release that guilt of feeling bad about not being able to access your highest self or your highest path that you want to be on. Really, I was going to make this only about 8 minutes, or I was going to do 777 seconds of this reading, but since it's going a little bit longer, I'm going to go ahead and just continue forward. Just with this last card here, which the last card says exercise. So make sure that you exercise. You know, if that's, you get out into the ocean and swim since it's getting warmer. Maybe you're going up to a mountain trail like I am right now, and you're just out there hiking and you're raising your vibration that way. Raise your vibration, make your dreams come true that way, and revise your strategy on how you plan to get to from point A to point B, or from point A to point Z, because you guys are meant to find a different route at this point in time, most likely because you're a light worker, and most likely because, you know, we're in the age of Aquarius. A lot of the energy of the age of Aquarius is about self-development and doing it yourself. It's not about having to conform into slavery. If you get into a job, sometimes that's akin to slavery. I'm not saying sometimes, I mean all the time that's akin to slavery. Especially if you're doing something that you don't like to do, something that's just not, you know, you're having to follow somebody else's rules. You have to go on their clock. You have to be on their time. Find something that gives you financial freedom or gives you freedom of your own self-expression. So even if you work for a Fortune 500 company, find something that you love to do so much that it's not going to feel like it's a job. So that it doesn't feel like it's slavery. So it doesn't feel like you're losing a part of yourself in order to make ends meet, or in order to make this money or put money in your pocket. More than one way to skin a cat, whatever that means to you. Just go out there and live your best life unapologetically happy, and that's what I have for you guys today. So once again, live your best life unapologetically happy. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys would like to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, my Facebook is a little barren right now, but follow me on Facebook. I will be putting out some good stuff for you guys coming up forward or going forward. Also, if you guys want to check out my other videos, I'm doing reaction videos now. I do the reaction videos. You guys can check out my first two that I have, but I'll start to, of course, promote them a little bit more going forward when I get the right equipment. I just wanted to put the videos out now because it's still worthwhile information, even though it's not put together in the way that you guys probably are used to seeing a reaction video. Nonetheless, though, once again, thank you guys so much. Check out my website, www.unmoivibes.com, or click the link down below in the description box just to shop for my boutique. So there's that. Once again, thank you guys so much, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. I have one other message for you guys real quick, though. One last one. I know. The Tower card. Tower card is the best card that you can get in this deck. I'm going to read it to you guys. So the Tower card says, I know the Tower has a bad rap in the tarot. It's famine, destruction, and foolery. But in this deck, it's the best card you would ever want to see. This is the princess being rescued by their prince in golden slippers with fairy tale endings. Things may have started out rough, but that old destruction will fall away, and new and better magnificent blessings will follow for your sacrifice. So there's that.